My quest to make learning more meaningful and engaging to my students, coupled with Wellington's commitment to innovation and the flexibility of the English language arts curriculum, led to the 8th grade engagement project, where students have a year to study deeply that which truly interests them. After choosing an area of study and drafting a proposal, they work with me to build in curriculum requirements. Through the student-driven project, emphasis is placed on process, creative research, the exploration that builds upon research experience in 5th and 6th grade and prepares students for upper school and beyond. Students read widely and deeply, interview primary sources, and seek out field experiences. They write for a multitude of purposes, brainstorm with classmates, learn that the more one researches, the more questions one has, and engage in informal speaking. Most importantly, they discover that education is the lighting of a fire. Last year, one student researched how to start a business. He chose a business model, found a location, suppliers, created advertisements and a crowdfunding video, and obtained the necessary tax forms. This is where he was derailed because he's not 18. Another student wanted to write a novel, and after successfully researching and outlining, she became frustrated at the drafting process because she did not have a realistic setting. So, with an idea in mind, she researched the aspects she wanted in her community, came up with a small town in California, and used Google Maps to walk the streets so that she would know intimately before she wrote the names, the shops, restaurants, residential neighborhoods. They were all there. 7 months after the end of the project, Megan is still crafting her novel. The engagement project has proven to be richly rewarding for students and for me. From the professional presentations and the astounding expertise of the students by the end of the year, to the amount of new knowledge gained from learning from each other, it's an amazing adventure. I could go on, but the best testimony is from the students themselves, and so I turn you over to Serene Abdubaki in 8th grade and 9th grader Mac Hammett.
I decided to do my project on the life of a refugee because many people don't take into account the struggles that these individuals have to go through every day. I was introduced to this topic as a Wellington 3rd grader when a speaker named Angela Plummer, the executive director of the Community Refugee and Immigration Services, came in and talked to us. She brought in 2 refugees, introduced us to them, and told us where they were from and why they immigrated to Ohio. For the first time, I have been concerned and aware of this issue. For this project, I'm going to start by researching what it's like to be a refugee and what life is like in a refugee shelter. Miss Plummer will once again be my connection to the immigrant community in Columbus. Since I speak Arabic, I will be able to interview immigrants to learn their stories firsthand and get more personal look into what their lives have been like. I'm really looking forward to meeting a family of immigrants because I'll get to learn their story and really connect with them. I might even have an opportunity to meet a family when they first arrive. I think that this project will be an amazing experience for me.
The engagement project was definitely my favorite part of 8th grade. As Ms. Crowley said, students get to choose their own topics to research and study for the entire year. I chose 3D printing organs, or regenerative medicine, as my topic of research, with one goal in mind. My father, who is an OBGYN, didn't think it was possible, or is possible, to 3D print organs. And my goal was to prove him wrong, and I did. My research started by looking at how organ transplants work and how growing cells works. I then met with Ms. Crowley to see where I was going and where my goal was going to take me. My final product ended up being a 17-minute speech as well as a 3-page research paper turned into Ms. Crowley. The goal of the engagement project is to prepare students for high school, and that I can say it did. The engagement project taught me self-guidance and how to research effectively.